Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. Another day, Astro Gravitational Report and Wisdom for you guys. And welcome to all of you, and welcome to the new subscribers. What is it going on? Hi, Paul. Yeah, I'm here. Take your time, friend. But yes, it is what it is. Very interesting day as the moon is going to be transitioning through Capricorn. We are going to be squaring the south and the north nodes in there. But with the south node, we have the true Lilith that it's there. While the mean Lilith still working on our side of healing, so the shadow, which is she's in Virgo. But with that being said, the things is going to be triggered today. That is going to be what was the work that has been done. Hey, Lorna, glad to see you here. What it has been done in the past. What did you got? Where are you going? And what are you doing right now? With that shift of, as a Mercury retrograde, you probably feel that already shifting the consciousness more. Look within you. Take your time. Get this energies inside of you that is going to be helping you of finding this uh, beautiful revaluations. I made it the Mercury retrograde, the pre-shadow, which is kind of like an intro energies for it. And as we speak, in and about 12 hours, you're going to get the part two of the Mercury retrograde. But with that being said, though, uh, today is going to be that inner work. You're going to feel very intensified energies between 6 and 7 p.m. So stay tuned on that. I'm going to be talking more about it for it. But the overall, the day at 11 o'clock p.m., the energy is going to be great. But during through the day, you're going to go to the loops and the hoops and the jumps and everything that it can be triggering within you. And with that being said, look at your positiveness that you did. Look at the negative side. Don't just look at the positive side because you're going to be in balance. You're going to stay more within the positive and not going to see the negative sides that are coming toward you. But when you look at the both, the positive and the negative side is the same time you looking at the past and the future where you're going. You're going to know what to do in the current present moment of time. This is a precious things, guys. And those precious things is what do you do today for a better future tomorrow in the base of what you have done. Okay. That's what you need to depend. What you have done, what you have approved to you. Okay. You prove it to yourself. You didn't prove it to somebody else. Once you prove it to yourself, then that proof to yourself is automatically proven to others. As I said before, don't show off, show up. You're working from that basic of the show up. Okay. Everything else is gonna beginning to match. You're gonna begin to match the synchronizations, which is the positive side, and the conflicts that comes with it, which is the negative side. But between the two, and you're juggling and trying to balance it, you're gonna find out that your spirit is gonna be there. It's gonna tell you here, you have to wait for these energies because this intense negative energy is currently more in present of time. You don't need it. Go to the positive side. Go to the positive side. It's like, okay, if I do this, this is gonna be have a negative impact. If you do this, there's going to be the positive impact. But I got to be mindful that the negative may comes in. So whatever comes in, I got to be ready for it. Boom, you're going to the actions of the present. So now I'm going to be shifting you on a side tab. Here I'm going to be seeing the chart. So if you guys write me a message or questions, I will be able to see it. Yeah, we're going to go through the day, guys. So 7 o'clock in the morning. The midheaven it's going to be pretty much together with the moon. There, the difference is only 4 degrees. That is going to be point out the focus of this south node and the north node energies. But the moon is more going to be concerned with the north node and Chiron. At the same time, we have a Pluto there is squaring Mercury retrograde, and the ascendant is going to be there. So early in the morning, you are gonna be like, I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to communicate. What's going on within me? I just want to see everybody, and I want to have time for me. If you do that there, just tell everybody, it's like, you know what? I I need my personal time. Respect that. I have to do my own things in there because that energy between Mercury and the Pluto is about transformations. How far have you go within the energies? How far you need to go in there? Pluto is direct, not a retrograde, but he's coming you and he's telling you, hey, if you take the side road, why just not go back and go back into the main road? You don't have to go to the boonies. You can go through the paved road. I show you where the road is. I show you these energies of Aquarius. Get there. I'm gonna bring this Mercury back. And that's what Lotus does. It's stopping it because that squaring is gonna be doing exactly this. So you're gonna be experiencing these energies, but overall the energy is gonna be very much in synchronizations with your actions, with the learnings that you need to do. The moon is sextile both Mars and Saturn. For it, Saturn is sextiling Jupiter and Uranus energies there, and Jupiter and Uranus are working with the moon. Great, very great things to get things done. Okay, get this done, but that energy of the south node and the north node squaring is gonna comes in strong. At 8 o'clock, energies, the midheaven, it's going to be moved more towards Capricorn. The ascendant is going to be with Uranus and Jupiter. Powerful energies, very powerful energies. Using it, there's going to be a certain changes on the base of the aha moments. A lot of realizations going to begin to coming of this time, and those aha moments, since Uranus is rising, which is the universe is rising at that time, you're going to be able to see those energies. You're going to be able to reflect of what is going on. All right, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 9 o'clock energies. The moon is going to have divine energies with Gemini. So look at what you have in Gemini. Ascendant there is at 13 degrees of Gemini, and that divine energies are pointing out to see to become a friendly. Okay, what you are friendly and what is a foe. But you need to understand friendliness is also a learning process. You have not learned, you have not put your act as a friend, so other people have not learned, and they put their act as a their friend. Guess what? You're gonna be seeding it out, and that is coming in from the ascendant squaring Mars and Saturn. As a Mars and Saturn are coming in together, currently they are about 5 degrees apart. For it, that energy of seeding the peoples out, getting at these energies, for it, you're gonna be finding out that you are gonna be finding who is a friend and who is a foe, but be mindful about it that when you do these energies, don't create enemies. Okay, don't. Okay, some people are attention seekers, they only seek attentions, and they're just looking for you when they need you. Okay, and when you need them, they're gone. Okay, there is no equality of give and take, and this energy is going to come strong, but that energies can be applied to everyone around you, from your immediate family to extended family to your friends to your coworkers and so on and so on. All right, Lorna, patience and presence, exactly. Those two are very powerful when they're combined with the inner peace inside of you. You're mastering yourself. You become the master. You're not only the student, you're not only the teacher, you're also the master of yourself. And that's what is going to be great comment. Hi, Jolene. Glad to have you here. All right. So, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 10 o'clock in the morning, this energies of the ascendant is going to be divine energies with Pluto. You're going to find out what you need to transform in there in this position. But as the previous hour, Saturn and Mars, which is the masculine energies, which is usually this is a the son and the grandfather situation. We're having the similar situations between the Neptune and Venus. Now the feminine side is going to be looked through it. So if in the previous hours you look at your how you're friendly with your masculine energies, this hour you're going to be looking at who's your friend and the foe with the feminine energies. It's very interesting time because you can see within yourself, are you acting on the basis of friendliness from your masculine and the feminine, or what you need to do, or you need to work on it. Perfect time for self-realizations of this time. The energies of the moon is going to be increasing more towards the north node and Chiron at this time, as she is in his way to go to Pluto, which is tomorrow, that energy of Mercury retrograde and Pluto about these transformations that you did not did, the review of things that you not did in the past, they're gonna comes in towards you. So listen, your consciousness. Talking about that consciousness is gonna be shifted and you're gonna be looking at within you at 11 o'clock. Why? The ascendant is at Cancer and the midheaven is between Mars and Saturn. Mars and Saturn are focused within the family. They're focus of their work within the family. Okay, you're going to be seeing these energies, but at the same time, the midheaven it's going to be a very, very interesting positions as in there. She's going to be transiting these oppositions between the Cancer as energies and ascendant and the Moon. And then it's going to be telling you about these hours that I've been talking to you about 6 and 7 p.m. because this is going to be the time where the midheaven is going to be at Cancer, ascendant is going to be at Libra, and that is going to begin to trigger all these cardinal changes that you need to make. All right, talking about the next hour, the midheaven is with Venus. Now, Venus is a positive and focus within the family. You see that with the trine with the ascendant. There is a beautiful kite made from the moon without positions in there. You seen it from the last 3 hours. The first hour, you look the masculine problem, who is a friend, who is a foe. You look at the feminine side, which is the same thing, feminine, the foe. The last hour, you work on a positive side of what you need to build and act as a family. Now, you're doing it on the feminine side. So those hours of feminine, masculine energy is going to be coming in, transitioning within you. But look at it within this hour right now, talking about at noon, that energy of Mercury retrograde is going to have some triggers because that is going to be squaring the ascendant. You're going to see that energies, guys, is going to be coming in for you like a deja vu, like a premonition, because later on at 7 p.m., you're going to have to deal with that energy. So from right now, you have like 7 hours until you get to these positions. What are you going to do? We're talking about at 1 o'clock there. The midheaven is with the sun that is squaring the moon. Third square moon, we are going to find the last quarter of the issues between intuitions and authority. The intuitions and authority at both the sun and the moon, they are looking at into the north node. They're both approaching. Currently, the North Node it's at 15 degrees, 37 minutes, while the Sun is at 13 degrees. And they are opposing 13 degrees Lilith. Okay, there is in Libra. So that 13 degrees in there, what do you have in there? Very interesting parts. Mr. Dio has a 13 degrees Sun in Libra. Right in there, it's opposing. So tomorrow there's going to be these oppositions of authorities within me. But you can look at it. What do you have there? Is that Libra? What is your house is? What do you have to challenge it in there? What authorities are you challenging? Yours, the universe, partner, and how you're partnering with everything else. Those are the universe energies, guys. All right, so talking about the next hour is going to be focus of Mercury retrograde. At 2 o'clock, midheaven is going to be with Mercury retrograde, who is squaring Pluto. The transformations that you did are coming to you. And you're like, man, I need to review this. I screwed up somewhere. I did something. I'm not in the right timeline, or I'm not in the right space. I'm not in the right energies. What the heck did I did? That is a personal growth. This is why you reevaluate the masculine and the feminine energies and you look at it to see what you need to do. Venus is going to be crossing pretty soon at Aries. You are going to be reborn within the law. So she's crossing there. She begins a new cycle and you're preparing for this. Who else is preparing for this? Mars. But before you get to there, the moon, the new moon together with the eclipse in the North Node is going to give you the guidelines. Those are the guidelines that you're seeking. All right, talking about the next hour. If you've been working with anything with banking, real estate, buying a real estate, moving to another place, and so on, all of a sudden things comes in like naturally going. The moon, which is the currently is on the Capricorn, that is it about the work that you do, but also it's the public servants, the governors, and so on and so on. It's going to be working very good with the energies of Taurus. Very powerful energies, guys. Very powerful. The growth is there. The universe makes a sudden changes, and you're like, oh my God, what is going on here? Okay, but if you are opposing your karma, your future that it comes towards you, you're never gonna get it, right? But if you find out the positions why you're opposing it, then it's gonna come in to you. Hi to Inflame Power. Welcome, welcome, welcome here. So, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 4 p.m., the midheaven is in Taurus. That is a beautiful trine with Pluto. Everything is telling you that. I'm talking about May. At May, about 20th of May, in there, we're going to have a very great energies. Very great energies. I'm talking about in those degrees, we are going to have 4 planets coming together. Okay, that is a Venus, that is a Jupiter, that is going to be the moon, that's going to be Uranus in there, right? We're going to have great things pile up, and that's going to be a new moon there, the sun. Great things happening. But until we get there, we have to go through these debacles. We have to reset and rewind, refocus, review, redo, rethink, reprocess. And that's the Mercury retrograde. All right, talking about the next hour, which is that's going to be at 5 p.m. The midheaven, it's in Gemini. That is a squaring Venus and Saturn at this time. That's going to be this affecting with the ascendant energies, but the ascendant that is at Virgo currently, it is very powerful with the moon in Capricorn, and it's very powerful with Jupiter in Uranus. Sudden changes, sudden order, certain mindsets begin to flow. A lot of divine energies are coming in, and they're coming in towards the North Node. incredibly power towards the sun and the north node because you begin to heal and at the same time you begin to understand what is not healed. But also you're going to understand at this hour the value of what the inner work that you do in yourself. You are the student, the teacher, and the master of yourself. All right, talking about the next hour, you conflict with the feminine energies in there with Venus, the midheaven, it's squaring Venus and Neptune, and that ascendant it shows up. Who is more soft in there? The feminine energies. With feminine energies, you can get easily hurt, but you also can hurt people. What energies did you have in you? Did you hurt others because you were hurt? You heard that before. Hurt people, hurting people, heal people. Each one are you. But when you look at it within yourself, these energies, are you the healing of yourself? Of because you're hurting yourself. A lot of reviews gonna come in with this. And here is talking about this 7 o'clock energies for it. Yes, great reminder about the things, redo, change in there exactly to inflame power. So here is the 7 o'clock energies. The midheaven goes in a Cancer that it squares the North Node, it squares the South Node, the Ascendant is in Libra, and the opposing the Moon. Now you see it through the past, what you have done. But by doing it this past, you see the synchronizations energies with your shadow, with the mean Lilith, and you grow from it because you do the work. The work with Venus and Neptune paid off. It's really paying it off. Okay. It's going to have a lot of pressure because all that energy is in there is about the family. But Mars and Saturn are firm, standing there behind it. They're doing it. And they don't even might not know why they're doing it, but they know they have to put that energies in the family. So, talking about the next hour, which is going to be at 8 o'clock, that energy is going to be even increasing in there. Ascendant, it's still in the Libra. It's passing towards the South Node and it's opposing the North Node, Chiron, and the Sun. Uh, the Moon, it is in the third house in there down below. Midheaven is at the end of Cancer there. It's beginning to opposing Pluto. You made it changes, but those changes doesn't have effect on you. But you did changes, and that changed the love within you. That changed you, and you make this sudden aha moment. But you can't have the aha moment if you don't have the problems. And this is coming in to look at it, the positive, the negative, the past, and the future. And now you're doing it this work. You grinding that out. Some of you maybe feel like you're in the grinding meat. It's like, what is it going on with this? It's just redirection, re-communications, re-evaluations, guys. For those who does the job and grow up, congratulations to you. Okay, you're gonna feel those energies with Mars, with the actions, these divine energies that you're going to feel in there within you. For it, even you're gonna feel alone. You did the work within yourself by yourself, and that's what Mars is by himself, but happy because he finally understood what is depending on him or what is depending on others. He finally understanding these mysteries inside of it from within. At the same time, the midheaven is a beautiful trine with the North Node. That is going to be the only aspects of the midheaven. You're showing up this mature. You're showing up, you're the king, but the proper king. That is it when the warrior becomes the king. You're worthy of protection. You're worthy to be leader. You're worthy of authority to take responsibility. That's what is a masculine energies. And that will be paying off in the next hour, which is at 10 o'clock. Of course, for those who have too much ego fighting the universe and the growth, it's not going to help you. But if you did the work, you have the divine energies of the intuition, it's coming in. Venus, it's coming in with divine energies towards the midheaven in there. At the same time, midheaven, it is trining Chiron, the North Node, and the Sun. It's a beautiful, beautiful energies. The ascendant is at Scorpio, but doesn't have negative aspects. It's got a divine energies with the North Node. And it's got a very beautiful trines with Mars and Saturn. As you see it, the balance at the end of the day is depending of your actions within yourself. But you have to do this reviews of the good, the bad, the past, and the future. Because the moon, it's squarings, it's not. And it's a cardinal changes that you need to make from within. And we're talking about 11 o'clock. The energy is going to be pretty much okay. The midheaven is going to be opposing Mars and Saturn, which is that is going to be the focus of the next things you have to look. That is it. The masculine energies inside of you, how you act and are based. Are you based of this honor, dignity, respect, or you are at this toxic, controlling, physical power personality without having that within you. That is going to be looking at up. That is going to be the energies there. Because in the next hour, if you don't fall asleep, that is going to be the trigger for who? For the feminine energies. Okay. But looking at with this, it helps you to understand one thing. You're understanding your own self. And that's the astro gravitational report, guys, for tonight. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you guys for the comments and appreciate you for it. If any of you have personal concerns, you can contact me there and I will be happy to help you. All right, guys. If you have any questions, you may ask now. If not, let's share the love and the light. And we're going to come back here tomorrow talking about more about the energies. Hopefully, this helps you out, guys. Be love. I will pass it to Paulina. Thank you, Laura. Paul, I'm at peace. Thank you. You're welcome, Paul. I'm glad that you evaluate that piece because the piece is helping you to staying in that stoic mode and you see the positive and the negative, but you don't have reaction. You just gain the wisdom and that wisdom, even increasing the peace energies within you. Hey, CF. Hi, Rich. Hi, brother. Thank you so much for the love in there. So stay in that peace. Being in that position is a great thing, Paul. Great thing. So, all right, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.